What up, y'all? Today, I want to talk about something that's on my mind, and it's all about the vision of execution and also how to deal with not feeling like you're worth something that you're trying to chase. Imposter syndrome, right? And I had this excellent conversation just now with my wife talking about this, and it's about like you want to do something, achieve something so big, but to you still inside you hear those voices that are not true that tells you, yo, you can't do this. I feel like boom boom boom, they try to deter you away from it, right? But who is it that tells you that you can't do what you want to do? If you are putting the work in and you actually taking the steps and the initiatives to show that you're not afraid to fall 100 steps forward so you can continue to make increments of progressions, that's all that matters. Even if you fall, you can fall forward. You know what I'm saying? And it got me thinking because I took some long breaks in within my all my channels, and I had life on top of that. But just reflecting and asking myself, how much do I want to go? Do I still have the vision, the stride, the ambition, the hunger that I want? And the answer is yes. But not everybody has that same hunger and vision. Some person on the other side of this lens and computer, you might be watching it and you say, yo, I just want to be able to provide for my family. And that's it. Like just the basic norms. Have a good job and that's it. A good job, a nice home, and family. Some of you might have bigger dreams and want to be an entrepreneur and have your own business. Some of you want to be the next scientist that discovers something big. Who knows, right? But everybody's has their own interpretation of what life is to them and their goals and their dreams. But I'm telling you, if you feel like maybe this is not for me, dude, you got to give yourself a chance of breathing room. And I had to do the same thing for myself because we can be hard on ourselves. We're very, when it comes to other people, we give people, time and chances and things like that. But when it comes to ourselves, we tend to not give ourselves a break. We're very hard on ourselves. And I'm one of those people. I'm very hard on myself. And sometimes, I'll be honest with you guys, sometimes I'll be like, dang, like, am I supposed to be doing some of these things that I'm doing? Am I supposed to change? Boom, like those voices that goes in your mind. But I realized that it's just this just temporary, and these are uncertainties, uncertainties that you have to go through in life of whatever your goal is, especially if it's not going to be a walk in the park. If it's you, someone who's first time doing it, that no one else around you is doing it but you. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that helped me realize when I came to this realization is, dude, you're not gonna know until you just try things and start getting creative. And just allow it be about the creativity. Have a strategy, but let it be about the creativity. In the game of creativity, whether you're an artist, whether you're a musician, artist, content creator, influencer, a streamer, whatever you might be a drawer, you might be somebody who's into graffiti, you might be someone who's into some type of sport, something, anything that deals with entertainment, anything that deals with outside entertainment. But specifically, I'm diving back real quick into the entertainment. You gotta give time to allocate and get the results. Like it don't happen overnight. You gotta keep putting things out. You gotta keep trying stuff. And it really ties into other things too. But I'm just saying off of what relates to me and what I'm going through is that a lot of times we'll overthink things and we keep ourselves handcuffed by overanalyzing instead of just act upon things. I still do this to this day where sometimes I'll get in a little rut and I'll overthink some things. And then I have to take time to smack myself and like, wake up, stop. What are you doing? Stop overthinking. and don't do it. You know, and it really is one of those things. And I just want to say, if you're going through those type of aspects and you're looking for answers, the answer is it's you. You just gotta just go through the process and actually create and do the steps that are in front of you. It's like walking up the big tall mountain. You ain't gonna get up top of that without walking. You just gotta walk. And it's putting 1 foot ahead of you each step. Eventually you will get to that. So if you're feeling a little bit like, I don't know about this journey, look, man, you already defeating yourself. The moment you tell yourself and you kind of psych yourself out and you go with this, like, I don't know, blah, 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 you already yourself putting yourself in disadvantage. And you got to change that mindset. You know what I'm saying? You got to change that mindset. You got to change the way how you think, how you carry yourself, of seeing yourself. Because that's the first thing you got to do. You got to see yourself and where you want to be at and how you want to carry yourself. Not pretend to be, but you got a vision to see where you want to be at. And then you have to carry yourself within that next role of becoming by doing the things that needs to be done. And a lot of times our first defeat is that we just not willing to take that first step. And that's true. We're just not willing to take that first step. And you got to take that first step. You have to. If you haven't took the first step to whatever that you want to do, make it a mission to do it. Because when you do it, you realize it's not as bad as it be. Sometimes we just literally make things worse than it is in our minds. We do that. We're creatures of habitat of doing things like that. We'll overthink things, overanalyze, and imagine the most worst thing that can happen, because the imagination is very powerful. And if you use that going against yourself, yeah, you're gonna lose. Yeah, you're not gonna have a fighting chance. But if you tell yourself, yo, I'm just going to just try to get one thing off today and accomplish something that adds to my goal and to my vision and to my dream, you will get eventually more confident to where you're exercising and executing the next things on your playlist, on your list. You know, as I sat down and started to get back into my routines, I realized, dang, no, man, you're all right. You're fine. You got a roof over your head. You got internet. You got the equipment and everything that you can possibly do. The only thing that you need is your mind to be present here and then start creating. Do what you enjoy doing. And the people who are looking for it will find you. The people who are looking for this type of message will find it. You find it. You're watching it now, so you find it. You know? And that's just something that I had wanted to talk about, is that you just gotta like do those things, implement those steps. And also, don't go against yourself by telling yourself things that are going to sabotage you off the bat and not give you a fighting chance. You know, your approach to it has to be more of an optimistic. You got to be optimistic. When you're going for certain things in life, you have to be optimistic. You have to have a certain ambition and want, obsession, when it comes to achieving something that most people around you don't want. And that's a topic for another conversation, but I hope this really helps. It was just something that really was cool, that was on my mind, and I wanted to share it to you guys. Let me down know in the comment section any feedback, what you guys, what y'all feel about it and what y'all take from it. And I would love to hear y'all perspectives on, you know, this topic in general. And also hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. I have more other channels. My name is K-Dre. I make videos, all types of different things. Right here, this channel is specifically about me talking about things, life, and just things that's on my mind. Mostly it's going to be kind of like self-growth and perspectives, but definitely something that I wanted to like expand on and just have some worth and value in, is that's more serious on a personal level, that does good into the world. So, and then I have my entertainment channels. One is about to be at 12K subscribers, and then another one just about to hit 1,000, and a couple other channels like gaming and stuff like that. So, but this specifically is just me sitting there talking to you guys in front of the camera just like this and having interesting takes. So hope you guys enjoy. See you on the next one. Peace.